everybody. So here's the second tip to practice for your oral exams. What you need to do is you need to know the list of topics that you're supposed to work on for the oral exams. If you're from my group, you've got the list on iCampus. Hang on. Here, view, register for oral exams, which are here. And, okay, never mind. And then you will see a list of topics by lecture. Artificial intelligence, steroids and genetic doping, whitewashing, addictions. Okay. So they're going to be picked at random, but only based on the topics you've covered with your lecturer. And we're going to make sure that you register with your lecturer for the new oral exams. Okay, so how can you prepare for artificial intelligence? You need to do that for every single topic. So I found a little article, but it's a bit long. But what I like about it is just try and pick and choose elements that might be interesting for creating a little presentation about your topic. So most of us, about something, you can start with the cliches. Most of us imagine an army of human-like robots rebelling against humanity, or envisioning a bright future where AI serves them in as possible ways, from walking dog, in all possible ways. So you've got two sides regarding artificial intelligence. You could say it's a double-edged issue, or Janus-like issue. There's something that has two faces. So danger, dangerous, or something bright, really nice. Okay, so you can say that it's a complex issue. Right, let's just try and pick up elements that we want to use for our presentation. What I like is that definition. What is artificial intelligence in plain English? You could maybe mention that definition. Maybe I'll mention who invented that term. So you could just take that sentence that looks quite good. The term artificial intelligence dates back to 1956 and belongs to Stanford researcher John McCarthy, who coined the term and defined the key mission of AI as a subfield of computer science. Okay, that's really long. How can you use this and learn it by heart somehow, but without learning every single word by heart? Okay. So the key word is artificial intelligence. Maybe a date, 1950s. Don't even say 1956, just say at the end of the 1950s. Who is important? Okay, he's a researcher, and he's called McCarthy. Maybe McCarthy isn't too difficult to remember. I like the word coined, okay? And maybe there's something to say about subfield of computer science. Okay, so how can I rephrase that in my little text? Okay, so let's write it down. Artificial intelligence, the word artificial intelligence was coined by researcher McCarthy in the 1950s, who, as being a subfield of computer science. Or you could say to him, it's a subfield of computer science. So let's now present, imagine I'm going to present that little section of my text. Okay. The word artificial intelligence was coined, or the term artificial intelligence was coined by McCarthy in the 1950s. And it is defined as being a subfield of computer science. Okay, that's it. Really? Or you can even mention the cliches. So AI, to pronounce it properly, AI is surrounded with an awful lot of cliches. Some people think about it as a danger, and others think about it as something beneficial to humanity. Why danger? Because they've imagined all these robots taking control over humanity. And why beneficial? Because they imagine that these robots can really serve humanity in all possible ways. Maybe making food, or helping hospitals to treat patients, etc. So you can just conclude your little introduction saying that it's a complex issue, and then you can develop a little bit. Okay, where is AI used, for example? Will AI take over? Closing thoughts. So maybe we could just take the closing thoughts to inspire us for our little text. So let's read that. Given the innate, I think it's innate. Let's just double check. If you're not sure about a word, just go innate. Yeah, Cambridge or Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary up. Do not tell yourself, okay, I'm just going to double check later on, because you won't. So do it right now. Straight away. Innate, I think. Let's see. Normally, if it's an adjective, it should be it. Oh no, innate. Okay, so my bad. You see, you need to check innate. Can I just listen to that? I guess I can't have access to them.
Innate.
Oh yeah.
Innate.
Okay. What about that one? Okay, login. Okay, innate. We don't really need that one anyway, it's the same. Innate, okay? Let's go back to our text then. Okay, given the innate advantage of AI machines have over us humans, accuracy, speed, lack of bias, an AI rebellion scenario is something we should not completely dismiss. Okay. So what they say here, let's try and say that say that a bit in a simpler way. We could say that AI machines sometimes outperform humans regarding accuracy, speed, lack of bias. Therefore, AI could very well rebel against us. This is something that should not be overlooked. Okay, négligé. This is an aspect that should not be overlooked. What they say, time will show us whether AI is our greatest existential threat or a tech blessing that will improve. They say just time will tell us. Maybe we could just anticipate and try and think about how we could hold AI in check. To hold AI in check means to control AI. So far, one thing remains perfectly clear. Creating AI is one of the most remarkable events of humankind. The smartest approach would be keeping an eye on how the technology evolves. So maybe you could say it could have a lot of benefits, could provide a lot of benefits to humankind, but we should keep an eye on how the technology evolves. So that's something you could say. We could take advantage of the improvements that it brings to our lives. So you see, notre vie en français, but in English we call that pluriel distributif, distributive plural, and instead we have to say our lives because we are several people and having a life each, and so this all adds up to several lives. Not getting too nervous at the thought of machine takeover. Okay, so if you think that we should be really careful about AI, you just can conclude that by saying, we should really be careful and control and test several things, etc. But if you're very optimistic about AI, you could say, we shouldn't be so fussy and make such a fuss about AI, and we should maybe trust AI, that they will probably be able to help and guide us in the future, and we will learn from AI more than we will suffer from it. So this is something you could say, okay? Think about maybe films where they mention AI. Do you know that film AI? That was extremely, this had a big impact on, the debate about AI film. So have a look at maybe one film that kind of had an impact. AI film debate, maybe. AI film debate. So you can just check and think about it. So write your little text about different things, just a little paragraph about several aspects of AI. Cinema, AI, and human nature. That's interesting, okay? Just, if you're curious, just read whatever interests you, or whatever makes you curious, okay? Accuracy, okay. You don't need to read everything, just, browse through the net. Okay, now, you can imagine lectures asking you questions, or you can just work in pairs and ask your friend or your colleague to ask you questions about AI. A few questions, maybe 3 questions, and see how you can answer them. Okay, and try and write down the answers, maybe just to help you build more complex questions. Because if you just do things out of the blue like that, improvise, you're not going to be very good. People who do improvisation in drama, they practice a lot. They practice improvisation. They think about what they're going to say when they're going to improvise during the improvisation. They anticipate. So you can all do this all in your head, but sometimes you have really good ideas, and sometimes you just forget about these good ideas. So if you write down a text, then you'll have all these good ideas written down, and you'll be able to correct maybe the grammar and check whether it all makes sense or not, whether it's structured, whether you've got a little definition of the term, whether you've got examples ready to discuss about. So if you have further questions, I think that's about it. If it's not clear, or if you want to ask me very precise questions, don't hesitate to send me an email and ask me about them, and I'll answer them using a video again. So good luck and work well on each of your topics, and see you very soon.